junkyard. The October of the Sea Monster is continuing on, and I am working further towards controlling my fears by finally taking a bath. I'm still uncomfortable, but I do see why people prefer this over just rubbing themselves down with sandstone. Don't knock till you've tried it, though. In any case, today we're looking at 1980's Humanoids from the Deep.
The film starts in a small fishing village. The human conflict is established early that a cannery is being built in town. Some think it will revive their economy, some think it will destroy it at its base. People are still out fishing, however, and one boat manages to snag something with a few more digits than your average salmon. They try to reel in what they think is a big catch, and sweet Jesus! It's Hoke Howell, the preacher from Grand Theft Auto. No one told me this would be a cavalcade of stars. Anyway, Hoke's boat blows up. I'd say these guys were the humanoid from the Deep's first kills, but he had nothing to do with the explosion. I think it was supposed to be some spilled gasoline and half a gas can, but judging from the size of the explosion, I think Hoke managed to get on the bad side of some country's air force. In any case, humanoid from the Deep did manage to snag Hoke's kid when he fell in the water, so that's something.
I don't intend to keep calling this guy Humanoid from the Deep, so we are going to call him Wendell. Wendell?
Well, while our protagonist, Doug McClure, and the sheriff are musing that there was something strange about the explosion, no shit, Doug's dog sniffs out Wendell, who immediately kills the pooch. First a child, then a dog. Baby steps, Wendell, baby steps. Anyway, turns out dogs are dropping like fleas all over town, and Cannery Guy suspects Johnny Eagle, an outspoken opponent of the new cannery. Later, at the Doughy White People Convention, Salmon Festival, however, Johnny comes in with his own dead dog, accusing Cannery Guy. This comes to blows, which lead to Cannery Guy spying on Johnny. Meanwhile, a couple of horny, bouncy teens are treating the world's ugliest beach like California sands, and reap the consequences. Remember, kids, respect sinister beaches, and they'll respect, Sorry, is Wendell raping teen?
This is why I stay dressed in the tub.
That's just yuck. I know sea monsters want our women, but most at least approach it with a dignified formality. Gilman had some class, you know? Anyway, Cannery Guy, having overheard Johnny and some other local Native Americans talk of bringing in a city lawyer to stop the cannery, conspires to take care of Mr. Eagle. We cut back to Wendell, who is sneaking up on another couple who... Oh god, they're ventriloquism enthusiasts. Kill them, go! Rape all three, I don't care. Sorry. But yeah, same as before. Kill boyfriend, molest female. He did gain the ability to teleport, so there is that. Later, Cannery Guy and his posse are liquored up and up to no good, getting ready to attack Johnny Eagle's place. Johnny, however, apparently has a hideout in France. At least that's why I assume it's mid-afternoon on Cannery Guy's boat and night at Johnny's house. No, it's just bad editing. And once more we see that one bottle of flammable liquid carries the same punch as a crate full of TNT.
You know, the idea that this place just has dangerously high oxygen levels might explain a lot about the characters.
Well, as Johnny tries to put out the fire, his friend comes under attack by Wendell. The creature gets beaten, stabbed, and shot for his trouble, but both he and his victim survive. However, Johnny's other friend, who went to get help, is attacked by Wendell on the road. She manages to throw him off and run him over, but she's immediately attacked again, and swerves off a bridge, creating another huge explosion. So wait a minute. Humanoids from the Deep. We're not dealing with one horny sea monster, it's an invasion of Wendells. Johnny arrives back at the town with his battered friend, and after a surprising minimum of the "sea monsters, you're crazy" crap you usually get in these movies, he, Doug, and scientist lady, who is apparently a character, head out to find the Wendells.
Actually, there are a couple of things I like about this film. One is that lack of the stereotypical "you have to believe me" moments, but another is that, note the fact that the characters still have bruises from the fight they had much earlier in the film. It's that attention to detail that I like. It's about the only thing I like about this movie so far, but...
As they investigate the attack scene, Scientist seems to know a lot more than she's telling. In fact, she's really bad at pretending otherwise. Still, whatever she knows, she still decides to forego pants when the three of them boat over to investigate a Wendell nest. They are attacked, of course, but fend off the creatures with guns. They soon find one of the girls, still alive and covered in seaweed. After examining the creatures and revealing that the canning company has been trying to cover these things up, we learn that it all started with some salmon mutated with growth genes. After some rapid development, the creatures are now trying to mate with human women to further their evolution. Now that's everything sorted out, there shouldn't be any more Oh right, the town is having yet another festival all of a sudden. First a salmon fest, now this. These are some very bored people. Anyways, Doug and the rest show up to warn everybody. A couple of Wendells smash up through the dock. As Doug and Johnny shoot at them and people scatter, Scientist says, "Don't panic!"
You just said that you don't know how many of these guys there are, and two of them just smashed up through the floorboards, I've taken your advice into consideration, but I think I will panic. Thank you.
The Wendels go on a killing, raping rampage that any Viking would tip their helmet to. While most of the special effects budget is blown on this scene, Doug starts spraying gas into the harbor. After a brief scene where the cannery guy almost gets killed while saving a little girl and himself gets saved by Johnny, Scientist sets fire to the harbor, which does nothing as far as I can see. A couple of piddly fires mixed in with shots of a Wendell writhing around, apparently to suggest that all the creatures are dying. Pretty lame. In any case, the humans are gaining the upper hand while Doug motors home to his wife, who's being threatened by a stray Wendell. She turns off the lights, I guess so that the nocturnal monster feels more at home, then douses one with some drain cleaner that she had close at hand. With a toddler in the house.
This may seem like a piddly little detail to you, but I have a toddling niece. I see everything in terms of whether it's fatal if swallowed.
Anyway, she kills the last of the Wendells just before Doug shows up. The next day, as they survey the wreckage, Scientist is helping Girl deliver her freak baby, who decides that vaginas are for chumps and finds his own way out. Cut to black. So, that was weird. A messed up premise, some questionable editing choices, a pyromaniac pyrotechnician, poorly established characters, and a subplot that goes nowhere. The whole Johnny cannery guy thing is never resolved, it simply becomes irrelevant. The writing could be surprisingly organic, but overall the story is pretty weak and just there to give us an improbable number of bouncy young women for one fishing village. Trust me, I live on a Lake Michigan harbor town. I know these things.
Lake Michigan. Well, that was Humanoids from the Deep, a watchably bad movie. Well, this has been Victor with The Junkyard. Thanks for watching and have a good day. It occurs to me that there was only one shot that required me to have a wet leg. I didn't really need to fill this tub with water, did I?